are you expecting tonight, Coach, from your hockey club?
Better. How's that? Much better. Yeah, no, we're aware last game. I wasn't expecting necessarily our best game, to be honest with you, because we had a lot of guys. They were trying to make the team. They were spotting, and I also wasn't coaching like I normally would. I have to be honest with you. You know, we were trying to see guys, plugging guys in places that you know, sometimes are probably overwhelming for them, and you know, we made decisions according to that. But I think now we've got you know, with Zingle back in, you've got 5. When Brass comes in, you know, we're missing 5 or maybe top 7 forwards. So I'm expecting a lot more from our team. Brass won't be in the lineup, but Zinger's in, and you know, the Stones and the Ryans and you know, Hoffman and all that. So I'm expecting that we look like ourselves. Like win or lose, that's right now. It's not about that. It's about looking like ourselves and getting our habits. There's only 2 games left and 1 week left.
Does that start with, and maybe more of an emphasis on playing your own end?
It's everything. It's everything. I mean, when you look at the last game, whether it's penalty kill or how we took the rush and how we played in our zone, they played well. They had, you know, they basically had their I think missing 1 forward in their top 9 or something like that. So we were expecting a good outing from them. And I have to be honest, we put a lot of guys in tough situations to see how they would handle it, and we saw that it wasn't up to par on a lot of those situations, and I was ready to live with it. So that's what it was about.
What's the biggest challenge for you getting on a plane? Like, this is pretty abnormal to get on a plane, fly this long on a game day. So what's the...
It's very tough. It's very tough. The challenge is that you don't have your legs. It's clear. And we had a day off yesterday. So, I mean, that's a double whammy right there. It's a lot to manage. Usually you get your legs in the second period in those types of moments. We're aware of it. We talked about it. So we want to start at the beginning of the first period and try to push as hard as we can to try to accelerate that process of getting our legs.
Mike Condon, start to finish here?
Yeah, the full game, yeah. Yeah, we're there now. We're there now. These 2 games for you know, I'm not trying out anything here. We're going for how I would act normally as a coach in a real game. That's where we're at. The guys that are still here, they're right there trying to make the team, but they're going to make the team where there's a spot where we feel they could contribute.
Is there any update on Derek as to when he might be taken back?
I don't have one. All I know is that he feels terrific. He's been feeling great for a long time. He's been bumping for a long time, but we haven't had the total okay yet from the surgeon. And that's what's left to do. Once we have that, then he just needs a few days to do more than bumping, to be hitting and taking checks, and from there, if it's okay, then he's ready to go.
What does it mean to you to see Eric on the ice for the whole practice?
Well, I think we knew that it had went well. One of the biggest issues was the skin wasn't healing, like so, and now it's healed. So right now it's about him starting to push more, so really get himself into a game-like situation slowly without the hitting. So that's what he did today. So that means that we're moving further along. How far, I can't tell you, because I'll wait till the therapist tell me how he felt and see how. It's usually the next day tells you really, where he's at, because after coming out now, it'll feel a certain way, they'll think something, and then the next day they'll know where it's at. So that's why I always have to wait till the next day.
Who's out on your blue line tonight?
We're keeping Wides out. Nope, it's Harper's coming on the trip, but he should be the guy out. And with the forwards, McCormick is coming on the trip, but he should be the guy out.
Based on power play units, especially and penalty killing, Formanton, Brown, and Shabbat all have a spot on one of those units. Should we read more into where they place on your roster?
No, because it really depends on what's going to happen. Like, we're going to make our final decisions after the final game. And every game, things have changed. So we thought something, and then the next game after that, whoops, and then we made decisions according to that. And then we're also going to see where Brass is. So if we get the okay for Brass in the next few days, and we see that he's going well, well, obviously that's one less spot available for whoever. And then we're not going to keep a lot of forwards. We're not going to keep a lot of Ds either. You know, we're talking 12, 13 max forwards, and we're talking 7 Ds and 8 maybe because of Eric, and so we'll see where that goes. But we're down to the wire now for decisions.
I appreciate this is a simple question, but what do those 3 guys need to do now that they haven't done or to show?
It's all individual stuff, because they all here for what they're bringing. You know, we wouldn't keep them for what we would like them to be. Right now, you know, we can see that Brown's playmaking, his passing abilities, and his vision has been outstanding. He's been able to keep up with the pace, where last year he couldn't keep up with the pace. So is he ahead of the pace yet? Of course not. But at least he's with the pace, which is why he's given himself a chance, and he's been doing very well. You know, Formanton's because he's relentless. You know, he's a guy with speed that can force himself in, that can help us push the defenseman back, and he's got some offense too, so he's got a good mix of both. But he's young, so now it's a question of what's best for him at some point. And a guy like McCormick is the most relentless new player that could be available to us, which would be more of a hard grinding Fort line guy, can play a penalty kill and has some grit and can disrupt the opponent. So there are 3 different guys that will bring us 3 different things, and we have to see either because of brass or how we play in the next 2 days where we can plug those guys so that we can win some games. That's really what it's about.
Does Boucher have to go see the surgeon physically?
I don't know, guys. All I know is we got to get the okay, so I don't know what that means. Does he have to go? Is it our doctors talking to them and therapists? You know, there's a whole protocol thing that they have to, but until we get that okay, you know, we're at the same spot we were a week ago, because Brass has been feeling awesome for a long time now, like really good. So it's just really a question of getting the okay now. Our therapists can't really do anything more now. That's where we're at. So that's really positive.
So just going back, did you say you're not going to necessarily make any decisions till after Saturday?
No, we might, but we don't have to. We don't have to. If we do, it's because something tells us that's one of the people that we're looking at. It's not the right thing for him at this moment. That's what would be. But again, tonight everything's up for grabs. And why McCormick out? Because I kind of know what I have with McCormick, to be honest with you. He's been really consistent. We've had him last year, so he's in a different spot than Formanton and Brown, which, you know, we haven't seen much of in the pro caliber. That's why.
Do you know what day you have to have your roster submitted? Is it Tuesday or Wednesday?
Next week, I think it's Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the 3rd is the Tuesday, correct? Yeah, it is the Tuesday, so somewhere around there, yeah. So that'll be probably where we're going to have our roster, because by then we still have to find out about Brass, probably.